everyone and welcome back to another Sims 4 building challenge. I'm going to be inspired by chairs today. I've recently bought one. I love a good seating area in my Sims house, so why not do every room as a different chair? The every room is a different item is probably one of my favorite series that I do, purely because it really makes you think about the objects that we've got in the game and how they can inspire a space in ways that I just would never do. For instance, imagine if we get this unliving chair. Look at all these beautiful swatches it's got that I could potentially randomize, because it also allows me to not be in control, and it allows the Sims to pick items for me and forces me, like an exam situation, to do something interesting. So I'm going to be going through the living chairs category today. So the way that I usually do this is we will be randomizing numbers and I will be counting each one of the chairs. There isn't actually that many, but there is a very strong, beautiful selection of different items. I will also then be randomizing the color, of course, as well, because I think that's a part of the fun, to get inspired by a color and a style together. So without further ado, if you are enjoying my challenges, don't forget to subscribe and let me randomize which chair we're going to do for the outside. So I've got precisely 132 chairs in my game. So let's generate the first one. I've got my number generator up here in the corner. This is going to determine the outside of the house. So whatever we land on, I also will change where we're building. But let's generate the first chair for today, 104. Okay, so it's the calm and collected chair from Spa Day Pack. This chair also has 9 swatches, so let's generate which one we're going to be using today. And it's number 2, which is just gray. Just the absolute gray chair like this. Okay, so that seems like a pretty basic, still slightly modern chair. That chair kind of reminds me of like really plain and gray, kind of eco-vibed Evergreen Harbor. So maybe I'll build here. I don't think I've actually ever built on this lot, and I don't really like how the stones are coming through up here. So I might just make this a little bit more even, because you know the chair is very neutral. It's just quite modern. So I feel like whoever moved in here decided, oh yeah, we're just gonna make things slightly more perfect. It's sort of like a new build, you know, we just want to make sure grass looks good. So again, I'm going to do this in a very simple way. I'm going to build a house with the usual kind of rooms, like the Sandra special rooms, I suppose, but I do want to make it look kind of like blocky. So chair that we're obviously getting inspired by is this one. So I will of course put this kind of like out in the back garden, which it doesn't even look like a bad back garden chair. I'm presuming that's kind of more so stone, but it kind of almost looks like maybe a little bit of wood as well, and just kind of gray and white. I'm going to put that chair over there just for inspo. So I'm thinking maybe of working with a shape like this. It's a little bit more blocky, kind of like the couch. It's going to be a bungalow just because I like building bungalows, to be honest with you. I don't know how I'm going to roof this. Again, I kind of just want it to feel very almost like modern vibed, so that it has a little bit of style, but it is also just kind of simple. I almost am imagining this door purely because of like the blockiness of the sides of that chair, or else actually maybe this one. This one's also kind of giving me that vibe. So we could maybe combine this one with like a nice window. There's no matching gray window, so that's fantastic. We could use these ones from Snowy Escape, actually. That's pretty cute. We could go like full on gray house. I also feel like maybe actually raising this on a platform purely because of those little legs. They remind me of, you know, like those kind of stilted platforms. So if I was to do this, I would like to see them, I suppose. But let me just see how this would look if I actually raise this up a little bit. Yeah, do you see like the little legs? Okay, maybe the way that I did this is not very good. So the base that we're working with is very simple. I've got no windows on this side or this side. I don't know, I just felt like the sides of this chair really just give that feeling of just like nothing really. It's a very simple house from the outside. I feel like I haven't painted it yet, but I don't even want to, because that's the chair. I mean, that's the vibe that this chair is giving me. And honestly, looking at the side of this chair, like that texture, it really reminds me of this texture from Eco Living. So I wonder, can I actually incorporate that here on like the sides of the house? Not even the front, but we could do some bits here, maybe just like on the sides like that. Do you see that? Do you see what I mean? Like, look at the side of that, like that wood grain or concrete or whatever the heck that is. And that just seems like it's got the exact same feeling. Okay, look, it could just be me, because half of the time it is just me making things up. But I think I'm going to run with that here. And then for the rest of the house, I suppose I will just add like a kind of more layer kind of concrete, something with maybe not much texture, but then again, there's kind of not much here anyway. So maybe we should go for a little bit of texture. I want like a nice gray, not too dark, because that is also a very light gray that we're working with on the actual cushions. I don't exactly have to get inspired by these things. I kind of go a little bit particular sometimes. Oh, wait, what about like this kind of thing? Because that almost looks like the shapes of the cushions. I don't know. That could be also an idea that I could go with. Oh, the square, like this thing. Wait, those are the cushions on the chair, and I just think it's perfect. Something is telling me to use this hot tin roofing, even though obviously like I feel like it's a little bit too shabby feeling, but I love the idea of it painting inside there. And considering we can kind of see it because I put so much glass in here, I think I should do it. Maybe like the slightly darker color, although no, maybe we just need it to be all gray. I feel like this chair is definitely giving very much so gray vibes, so I think that's kind of fun. And I actually, you know what, I think I might actually leave this like little duo of chairs here, just because like, you know, you could just chill outside the front. I mean, why not? I mean, if I had a front porch, I guess I would chill on it. And it's kind of like slightly covered, so I think that's pretty cute. So I'm just gonna decorate slightly, but not too much, honestly, because of how gray this house is. But I feel like this house does also work for this neighborhood, so it's not too much of a far-fetched idea. Well, this is what I've created. So this is now our finished piece. I've done this on the outside back here. Again, I did the exact same 2 chairs back here, just a really simple grilling area, very simple kind of chairs that also I thought matched the aesthetic of course, those chairs, because we will have other chairs in this house, which is kind of a random concept anyways. But I think honestly, looking at this, it just even with like the side wall, it really is giving me that chair kind of vibe and aesthetic. And even like the path is like a very not much like natural shape. It's very angular, which I never really do. And I'm kind of like, you know, I was like itching to make it lovely and pretty and more natural looking, but no, this is all very thought out and very geometric feeling. So yeah, I thought this was pretty interesting. I just realized I don't have any outdoor bins, so let me just throw those here. I feel like for the bins, maybe just like a regular one back here will be perfect. Okay, so now we can finally move into the inside of the house. So we've got the usual kind of shenanigans here. I think I mightn't do the hallway in this case. It's a very small hallway. I think I might just ignore it because I don't think I'll be able to put a chair inside here. And I kind of want a little chair maybe everywhere. Now, the bathroom could also be a little bit of an iffy thing because, I mean, in the bathroom, you could have like some sort of a stool or something. So I'll think about the bathroom as I'm going, but most definitely, I think I could put a chair into obviously every other room. So I think we should start off strong and start off with the sitting room. So I'm going to pick out a chair from this category, and then of course I'm going to try and match the sofa or like the love seat or whatever we decide to it. And of course everything else will also be inspired by this living chair. So without further ado, let's randomize ourselves the chair that we are going to be doing our sitting room inspired by. So let's see. Oh my god, number 1? Okay, I was actually gonna say that we never get really low numbers, and we've got number 1, which is this chair. Oh my god. Okay, that's actually the eco lifestyle chair. That's actually wild. We just got 1. And the number of the swatch is going to be number 4, which is this one, which is just the regular standard light beige with a line of blue and some wood. Okay, I mean, it's not a bad chair. It's just, you know, it's a very particular style, I suppose. I mean, we've got some like kind of almost looks like cardboard. It's obviously meant to be a cheap chair. It does only cost 70. I feel like it's like a crafted kind of chair. I mean, honestly, I think it looks quite comfy. So I'm going to get inspired by this. And honestly, it's very dark in here for whatever reason. So for the flooring, I'm obviously going to go for some light wood. So can we maybe get some light brown up in here? So it kind of feels like maybe some reclaimed wood would be an ideal scenario, but then again, this one is just perfect. So if worst comes to worst, we'll go for that one. Or else maybe something like that. I feel like this is way too light. I think we need something warm. And honestly, this one, it kind of looks like reclaimed wood, or like maybe wood that you're reusing from somebody. So maybe that would be quite fun. I feel like I could also do some wood on the walls, but maybe like a lighter color. Maybe not particularly that one, but I like the fact that the chair, oh wait, or maybe that thing. Or with the darker kind of colors, because that could almost symbolize that feeling that the back is giving us. Even though that is wood, maybe that's like a special like card or something. I have no idea what the heck I'm talking about. Then we've also got like this strip of like this very light, oh my god, I love all these patterns. I'm sorry, this is so fun. We've also got this light blue, which honestly, it kind of reminds me of this one, or even like this thing from Eco Lifestyle. So I do really want to incorporate some of that here. Oh, or even just like this simple one, but I feel like I need something with a little bit more texture to it, a little bit more crafty and like DIY feeling. Oh my god, although this pattern, wait, this pattern actually is kind of fun because we've got text. Although that being on the main wall maybe is a bit much. I could maybe put it on that side, and then on this wall we could just do like a regular kind of white or maybe more beigey tone. Okay, I actually decided to go with this blue wall instead. It just has a little bit more of like a reclaimed feel. Okay, so now I'm going to pick out, I suppose, my couch to match this, and the one that goes with it is actually this one. So I mean, I'm not too opposed to that idea. We could essentially make this work all together. Oh, I kind of like this one, but then again, the blue on the couch doesn't match. So far, I think it's having a really nice feeling here, I think. So I'm not too upset. Maybe if I go for light brown and blue together in a rug. Oh yeah, maybe either this thing or maybe like this wicker kind of one. I feel like the rug in here is really going to make the biggest difference. Oh, or like something like this. Honestly, these new wicker ones as well, they just have such beautiful kind of qualities about them. So I definitely need something with extreme texture. Oh, the ones with the lines, actually. The reason why I like those is because it just feels like it has like a lot of line work on it. So that could be ideal. Or this thing. Okay, I've picked out so many rugs. I don't know which one to go for. I think we could definitely just decide to go for one, but you know the drill on this channel. Sandra loves to just combine rugs that shouldn't go together, but they just have got no choice. I mean, I don't think that's very bad of a look. I think it's a bit of fun to create like a weird shape with some rugs. Yeah, I like this. There's not much blue happening, but I feel like that wall, you know, the blue is just a touch, so we don't really want to do too much. Oh my god, these palettes, what video did I use these in recently? Oh, or we could just like combine this here too. That is actually kind of fun. I don't really like the idea of the red there, but maybe I actually will use this with like the light brushed white and also the kind of metal kind of steel edging. It kind of makes sense because it matches like the text on the couch. I love the way my couch is talking to me with some numbers and letters and stuff, so that's ideal. Do we do like a TV, like a proper like TV setup? I guess we should. I'm like combining different furniture pieces together. I like the idea of the suitcase maybe actually being converted from a suitcase to a TV stand. But then we've also got like this other piece that had a little bit of blue on it. I've actually kind of moved the couches around to look a little bit more sporadic, and I've added a fireplace here because I kind of want this to feel a little bit more thrown together. Not that these couches do look like they're thrown together, and now I'm just realizing these are actually made out of pallets, and I actually just didn't realize it, and now I feel like I'm looking at this room all differently, and I'm really liking the way this room is turning out. So I'm trying to use objects that maybe look like they're reused or like created from something. Like maybe these like metal lamps were actually created from some speakers, you know, those like megaphones. I have no idea what the heck's going on here, but that's kind of fun. As I said, of course, I am going to add like other chairs into this place, and the thing that bugs me is that there's no like stool category. Like I wish we had like a little stool emoji that would bring us to all of like these beautiful stools, because like I always forget about this bucket or this like this little stool. I think there's just so many really cool objects in The Sims. Like I think that maybe this like plastic, although plastic, will they have plastic in this? Maybe not. Maybe we would go for the wooden one instead. But like they'd have just like an extra little stool here. Like the blue kind of matches. I don't know. I just think that we need extra categories. One for an ottoman and one for a stool, and I will be happy then. I kind of want to use these as curtains, even though that like literally makes me feel slightly upset at this room for using literally like that as curtains. But why do I feel like that actually would be a thing here? Like if I also add another one in the center, if it allows me. And like they just kind of reused like random tarps as curtains from the outside. That looks absolutely hideous. Doesn't it make sense? I feel like it actually actually does, sort of. Okay, I think I'm done this room, guys. So I've made this place quite cluttered feeling because maybe these people are actually just super crafty and they really love to design things. That's why there's some like design drawings and things, you know, and they're maybe imagining their next project. Then we've got like some also maybe items that they've recolored, you know, to kind of change. Then there's like maybe like a box of random goodies that they found in the dumpster that they could be like, oh, we can make something fun out of this. Then we've also just got some beautiful greenery. I then thought of like an activity that was really natural feeling also, so the bonsai feels great there. And yeah, that's kind of what we've got going on in this room. I do really like it and I'm very inspired by this room so far. So we're starting off strong. I think I'm also going to keep the saucers because I feel like they would need quite bright lights to focus on whatever project they're working on in this room. But yeah, so that is your first room, which I think is really fun. I just love how lived in it feels. It's just slightly different to look at, so it's kind of cool. So then I think we should move on and do the kitchen next, because that gets me thinking, how the heck am I supposed to put a chair in the kitchen? But I've done that many times, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And weirdly enough, in Irish homes, a lot of people, because we've got like fireplaces in the kitchens too in the old build, there used to be like chairs on either side, like actual like sofa chairs, like living chairs. We got rid of those because we redid our kitchen, but that is a common thing. So I will create just like a little seating area, but let's generate the number for the chair for the kitchen. 113. Well, that's much better than 1. So 130. No, don't do this to me. Oh, okay. Framed living chair from Vampires. Fuck. Ugh. Okay, grand. It's fine. We will make this work. There's a lot of colors, so I think we could turn something interesting into this. There's 14 colors exactly, and we are gonna be choosing color number 2, which is a pink one. Oh, damn it. Okay, no, I don't think I could do this. It's like we were off to a great start with this room. Like I had a lot of fun, like looking at this room and how fun and like crafty it feels. And then I've got to make a kitchen inspired by this chair with this particular color. So do I like full on make like a cutesy kind of kitchen? I guess I never really do those. Is that even a possibility? Ooh, just about. I guess I could use these. These are quite cute. I never really use them. Oh, I could just like use all of the pieces too, which is something that I very rarely do. Why don't we actually like create a full equipped kitchen with as many like parts as possible? So I guess we could do a stove inside there. We could actually do the fridge here and then the sink kind of like there. I guess we could either go for pink or white appliances. I kind of like because the edges of the chair are white, so maybe we could go for white appliances. But then again, let's see, what do we have? Yeah, you know what, I guess a lot of these don't really match with the pink. Like this is probably the perfect pink, but I don't really want that there, so maybe I'll just do white. Then again though, the style is vampires, so do I have to go for a more like stylized look? Because I don't really want to. Okay, what the heck, how is this going to look good? Okay, I'm gonna probably maybe go for like this one because I feel like this is kind of a whimsical design. Slightly. Not really. Like, I mean, I'm just really making that up. Lovely whimsical stove. How fantastic is that? Oh, wait, sorry. The stove was meant to go there. Yeah, do you know what? I actually don't care. It looks like that. It looks fine like that too. Then, can we go for pink in this too? Oh, we can. But whether we want to, we don't know. Okay, I'm going to use these as well. So, like, as many of these pieces as possible. I just hate the way they, like, repeat and things kind of look the exact same, which can look a bit silly. I'm not going to lie. I also kind of want to use this one here just for the range hood, unless we just don't do one here, which would be a bit silly. So maybe I will put this one here, even though it's not perfect, but I feel like that would make more sense just to even have this, and we don't even have to have anything on this side, and we could just put the range hood here. Oh, there's a pink range hood. I don't think I want that one though. Definitely not. Guess I could just go for this one. This one's blue for some reason. Is there not just like a white range hood? Why is this so difficult? So far it's not the worst, I guess. We could go for this barrel for the bin. So it'll be like white barrel. Makes sense for the bin as well to have a bag in it. I just wish there was a lid, but that's okay. So then just say we were to go for some flooring. Do we go for pink? Do we go for white? Oh wait, that could kind of work. You know, the fact that there's like a design, I guess. Or else actually this one just to match. That also has like really cute like strawberry milkshake vibes. But then again, I feel like this one just matches that aesthetic a little bit more. Does it match that aesthetic? I actually have no idea. Oh, or this? No. too fancy. Or this thing is kind of fun, but then again, it's not really giving me that vibe. Nothing is really giving me that vibe like at all, because it's meant to be like vampires, kind of spooky, but also pink. Maybe this thing actually, that's, you know what, actually this one, I know the pink isn't correct, but just the tiling feels a little like Victorian or something. I don't know how to save this room, guys, so I think I'm just gonna do maybe like a little island space here as well, just so we could add some chairs, because it's an awfully big room. I'd even do like one of those big islands where I do this, then also add like these to it, so you could still have like a workspace on the other side. Maybe we could actually flip it. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Oh, and these chairs probably would suit that aesthetic the most, even though they're not vampires, they're actually just base game. But yeah, I guess that kind of does bring it all in together a little bit. I mean, I'm not sure whether anything really works here, but I guess it's look, it's not that bad. If I just add some cute decorations, and maybe we could actually just add another like vampires object just to make this feel a little bit better. Oh, there's no little tables from vampires pack. What kind of surf? Oh god, that's the surface you're giving me? That? No, please don't do that. Oh, a little shelf. Yes. Okay, we could do a little shelf here. This could be like a small little seating area where you just have like fun things on a shelf and maybe like a little plant. Okay guys, this is what I've created. I mean, we've got a chandelier, we've got like kind of fancy bits everywhere, we've got some music, we've got a nice bit of clutter too, because I feel like this would be a nice enough lift-in kitchen. But it's pink, you know, maybe we're baking here, we're looking up some recipes for our next pink cookies, vampire themed cookies. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, I've really tried with this, but I'm just not really sure whether this is working. Like maybe I could add some extra like vampires themed things, but kind of tough, I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't really know what to add and where to add it. Maybe some curtains actually, maybe just like these random like paintings here, like, oh, it's slightly spooky over there, don't worry about it. But like, is there any fancy curtains? Like, oh, we could add some garlic. Yes, because we're cooking with garlic, but we're a vampire, so I don't know how that makes any sense. Oh, radiator. Okay guys, so that is my, I'm not gonna put in curtains because I don't really care that much. Okay, that is my beautiful pink vampires chair for the kitchen. Hope you enjoyed. Anyways, I think we should move on and do the dining room next. Let's spin for something better than what we just had. Okay, so 132 chairs. Which one are we gonna get? 19. So this is 16, 17, 18, 19. The wicker chair? Oh, I kind of like this chair. There's 12 swatches. I'm gonna, oh no, I'm gonna do 12. Oh, okay, green wicker with some like gray black. I think definitely we should do like a little seating section. I mean, I very much often do like a seating section in a dining room, so I don't think that's too bad of an idea either. But we've got wicker, so let's think. So let's think also slightly maybe on kind of boho side. The floor that I'm instantly for some reason imagining is this black like paneled flooring, just because of like how weird the shape of that chair is. It's kind of like a little circle. These are obviously not circles, these are hexagonal shapes, but something is kind of telling me to either do that or this. Maybe that, because that almost feels like a wicker pattern. Looking at the black that's merged with it, it actually seems like a pretty enough, like dark enough chair. This black color seems quite, well, actually does it? I was gonna say this black seems very close to the chair color, like the actual cushion, but it feels a little bit more gray. Actually, wait, this is a little better, I feel. Okay, we could try and add that. Why do I feel like this also? Because it's like wooden texture repeating. It almost has that vibe there too. I mean, it's kind of fun. It's a bit weird for sure. How about some green? I need like a pop of green. I need to brighten this place up a little bit, but that green is a very specific color, honestly. Oh, that's a beautiful new wall. Like, that's a bit much, I think. Although, is it? Then I feel like I should carry it through a little bit more of the room, because why would someone just get like a little bit of that wallpaper? Let's maybe pick out a table, because I feel like that's obviously the next most important thing here. So we've got a couple of options that I think would work, such as like this table. Although, wait, isn't there wicker chairs? Okay, but there's actually this thing too, which almost seems like a wicker chair, but maybe not. Oh, wait, these new ones are slightly wicker-ish. Kind of. Look, these kind of have something. I could do this, but then there is also, where's the chair that I'm looking for? This one. Oh my god, sometimes I'm like, did I make this up? I guess this is the perfect match to these chairs, but I don't know. Something is telling me to do something different, or else I just like use two. Unless they're like trialing that chair. They're like, I'm not sure, should we get new chairs? Should we change the whole aesthetic? Oh, we're not sure. Let's just get 2 chairs on sale for now and see whether we like them. Then I'm thinking, should the table actually just be black? black or like a gray black, just so that we don't have too much kind of green. That's why I kind of like those chairs, because there's a little bit of a contrast. Okay, the legs of this kind of make me feel like it's woven and intertwined, because the legs are interwoven. They're not really, like, I'm just making it up, of course. Or else we go for like super like wooden vibe. Oh, this round table almost has like woven feeling. Like, that's a bit much, I do admit, but I kind of like the idea of it just being so mismatched. But now I feel like the wallpaper is also too perfect. I feel like I did enjoy more so the idea of this on the wall, because it felt a little bit more like a little garden space, kind of like a little patio space, you know. So maybe we're actually okay with this, and we could just add quite a lot of green decorations. So if I push the table over to this side a little bit, so it's a little bit more accessible to like the kitchen and you coming through, you know, like that's actually what you see when you're coming into the house. So you know that's your dining room. And then over here we could create some sort of a seating area and a nice little accent table. Preferably in a green though, because I feel like we need to start bringing in a little bit. Oh, this item. Oh, I could cry. That is, oh my God, is that it? Maybe that is actually the right item here, because again, that looks like that kind of wicker kind of material. I don't know. I think there's a name for this. Muxarabi screen. I think that's what I'm thinking. It's like a lattice design. So I guess that kind of reminds me of my interwoven wicker chairs. I keep saying that word and it makes no sense. We could go for this like gray black mirror, which also has some kind of pattern on it. Oh, no, Sandra, excuse me. This one. Excuse me. That has like a beautiful design on it. Now for the rugs, we've got some options, and some options are definitely going to save us. So we've got this green. Definitely the new rugs would definitely be ideal. Maybe that will brighten up the space nicely. We've also got like these, which I always think of these as like kind of patterny, kind of like interwoven pattern. If I say interwoven one more time, I might just let my cat finish my video instead. Is that too much? You're asking me and I'm asking you, and we're both asking each other, because I actually have no idea. I feel like maybe the lines are a bit much. If we're going to use a circular table, I feel like we maybe should ditch the lines. But I like the idea of the kind of wicker feeling on the ground too, whenever we can. We of course have got this one, which we have used in the other room too, but I feel like that's introducing a little bit too much different colors. Maybe we actually just put this underneath the table, right? And then we just put that like there. No, that's disgusting. I think I'm gonna do this. I know it kind of doesn't really make sense, but the texture of that, well, this darker green rug, just allow me to play around just with the whole concept of textures being in here. But this room still feels so dark that I'm kind of wondering, should I just like brighten it up with like a green or something, because it just seems really like dark and drab. And I always thought about that chair being like a pretty happy chair. Wait, why do I feel like these dots work with this? Oh my God, no, too much pattern. Okay guys, this is probably the closest thing I could do to this like wicker room, which I kind of like. I did it quite cluttered just to kind of portray the idea of this feeling like a very cozy, kind of almost like a garden space, because I feel like these remind me of, as I said, kind of like a boho space or somewhere that's like really cozy and vibey and kind of friendly to be around. I don't know, whatever the heck that means, but I'm kind of enjoying this space, weirdly enough. So maybe this actually turned out to be okay. We've got like a bit of greenery too to kind of show that green aspect, and then we've got some wicker items that actually have just either basket or wicker, and we did find a couple of cute items. So I think this is okay. I'm very interested what you think about this room, because there's a part of me that loves it and a part of me that absolutely hates it. So I think we should move on and do the bedroom next. I am very excited for the bedroom. I really hope we get something nice and something normal and something like, there's so many beautiful chairs in this game that I'm just like, I really want to get something good, you know, this time, like just something really tasty. So let's generate a number, which is going to be number 25. That's awfully low. 25 is this rocking chair. Oh, okay. So just a rocking chair with nothing to it, just rocking chair, right? Color. Give me a good color now. I swear to God, the colors in this category are slightly worrying me. We've got 9 numbers or 9 swatches. So I'm picking number 3. Don't do this to me. Oh my God. A pink chair. Right. That's fantastic. No, the more I think about this, the more I should have actually just picked my own chairs and then maybe generated the color from the chairs that I like, because what the heck? Why is this person obsessed with either like natural wicker or else just pink? Is this, I suppose this is made out of wood, but do we even have the idea of pink wood? No, we've got no pink wood. Of course, why would we have pink wood? Right, so when I think about a rocking chair, I obviously think of like kind of soft feelings, because you're like, well, honestly, you wouldn't really feel soft on a rocking chair because it's made out of wood. But maybe we can imagine that people are knitting on this chair, so we do like a cute, cozy space. I mean, is there like any sort of like pink paneling? There is this pink paneling. There's this stuff. We could probably choose something. We've just got like some regular pink as well, which is actually quite pretty. But honestly, the pink is not strong enough. Like, I actually think I need something even stronger than this. Then again, if I do that kind of matches the floor. But I need the floor to match the chair more. I don't like this. Like, oh, wait, actually, maybe I like this. Why don't I just play with that narrative of this being like a knitting area, you know? Like, we were weaving baskets in the dining room, so I guess we're knitting in the bedroom. My God, what the heck is going on? Maybe we could just like add a few fun patterns together. So far, this challenge, it started off good, and I'm starting to realize that every time I start off well, it's obviously not going to end very well. So I just need to not get my hopes up too high. Yeah, maybe I like this space. It's just, you know, it feels kind of different. Do we've got any like pink wooden beds? Oh, we do actually. We've got this little horsey one. That's very cute. I do want a double bed though. This room is big enough that it does require a double bed. I mean, we could probably do this one, which also really nicely matches the floor. It doesn't really match the chair, but how the heck do I match just pink wood rocking chair to anything? I guess that could kind of work, but I don't like how that's metal framed. We want to keep it as close to wood as possible, or else we could kind of do this. Because now that I think about it, the colors are closer to the actual chair. So maybe that. Oh, we could do this pink wood as the bedside lockers. Like, that chair looks like it's been freshly painted. Like, the paint is still wet. Do not sit down on that chair because it's just been painted. So it kind of worries me a little bit. It's such like a vibrant pink chair. I'm gonna have to move it away because it's ruining my vibe, really, honestly. But I like the idea of like the wooden bedside lockers. They are pink, so that's the only wooden pink item so far that I found. Maybe like a nice dresser, like a pink wooden dresser. Ah, wait, this thing kind of, again, does not really match at all. I mean, at this point, we could go for like a really mismatched look. We could go for like a wooden pink thing as well. Like, again, that really does not match. So we're really going with that not matching concept, aren't we? We've also used this already in the dining room, but I don't have many pink options, to be honest with you. So this is extremely worrying. I don't know where else to go with this. I do want an ottoman at the end of the bed because I feel like that would bring us nicely together. I guess we do want some wood, but I just kind of wanted the wood to be pink. Oh, we could do this wicker little rug, and you know why? Because these people secretly love wicker. Yes. My God. We actually like sit here and we do like a wickering and sitting on our rocking chair. I don't know what else to put into this room. I mean, I will be doing an office space over there, but do I do like maybe another desk? We could do a funky lamp inside the corner. Surely there's a nice wooden feeling lamp. That also reminds me of a rocking chair. Actually, that kind of does. I feel like maybe the stem of that lamp is nice and wooden. So that's just what we've got. Oh, that actually, you know what? I gave out about this item being really tall and like high up on the wall, but actually that suits here pretty well. And you know, the lines of it are kind of like the lines on that chair. You see them lines? They're the same lines. I'm telling you, I don't really like it, but it's gonna have to do. And then I could just, you know, maybe get some lovely pink plants and stuff. Like there's this lovely new flower that we've got. Oh, like this thing on the wall. Absolutely. Oh, we could do a cute little pig on the bedside locker. Oh, wait, this is knitted stuff. This is the real deal. We'll put it behind the knitting station. What if I type in knitting? Yeah, look, we're knitting. Guys, I'll take one of them and then I'll take another little table. Actually, wait, this one. This is wood and it's pink. Do you see that? Well, I feel like it is. Maybe I'll actually move things over. And this is our knitting station. And it's so pretty and I won't take no for an answer. That is not the prettiest knitting section you've ever seen. Oh my God, maybe knitting is life so much that we actually have this above our bed because we actually really just love the idea of like just being able to grab our supplies from above. above her bed. Maybe that's really fun. I actually really love this piece too, but maybe now it doesn't really work here too well. So maybe I'll add these like crochet cross stitching things. But maybe this person's just like obsessed with knitting and we kind of love it. Oh my god, this piece from Love Struck. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. I know I just used that in the other room, but it matches this section beautifully. I think I would really enjoy if I did this again, but just like, can I just pick my own swatches? Like, can I pick my own, sorry, not my own swatches, but can I just pick my own chairs? But we randomize the swatches and what room each chair is going to get. Because I'm sorry, looking at this mess, I keep getting a pink chair and it's either wooden or wicker and there's just nothing in between. So let me know what you think of that idea. Anyways, I'm gonna put this light here and call it a day. That is our pink rocking chair in our bedroom. I mean, it's not a bad room, don't get me wrong. I really do like this, and I think especially for like storytelling, this would work, but I wanted something different. I wanted a bit of variety, and so far there's not much variety. I'm getting all the boring chairs. So far, still the first room is my favorite, so hopefully you guys also like this. Now, what am I saying? Let's do the office space next. Oh my god, if I don't get something nice this round, I don't know what I'll do. But anyways, let's generate the next chair, which is 114. I keep getting either like 20 or like 113. Oh my god, it's this chair. I'm actually gonna cry. Afternoon sitting spot. Oh my god. That is a chair. Do you know what? That reminds me of like a chair you see in like an office, a lawyer's office. It's really uncomfortable. It's like a waiting room chair. Like if you put two of them next to each other, it's like, oh, what number did you get? Oh, number 115. I gotta wait. There's 115 people in front of me. Oh, well, best of luck. Or it's like a chair that you'd see in like church, which I just think it's so annoying because like we got 113 already and now we've got 114. There are so many different numbers. Ugh. Next time I'm picking my own chairs, and I'm telling you this for free. There are precisely 24 swatches of this fantastic chair, and I'm going to be using swatch number 13, which is a beautiful lucky number that we're going to get really lucky with. And 13 is just a grey. Are you kidding me? It's just a black and this grey chair. Right, so we can clearly see a pattern forming here. We only like pink or dull grey black colors. Lovely. We love to see that. Okay, so that is the chair that I'm going to use in this section. Something is telling me for it to be kind of like sitting here, like kind of awkwardly just sitting and waiting. So that's great. It's such like a bulky, blocky, square chair. We'll definitely use some like dark wooden flooring, which I'm either going to go for dark brown or black. Maybe something with quite thick, like, oh wait, or this thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe that thing works because it's so square. I know there's not much pattern, but if you look, there is a little bit of pattern on the back. So maybe that does seem quite okay. And then again, we just need something really boring and basic for the walls because that's just what we love to do. Like this will just seem like a very like serious office. Like, oh, there's no fun creative things we're doing in this office. The only thing that's getting done in this office is work. So get back to work. Well, maybe we could actually spruce it up a little bit and maybe use like this kind of wall. That could be interesting. Or else we can maybe just combine it with some of the Love Struck or maybe some wood. Yes, of course. Wait a second. We could do some funky pattern with some dark wood. I mean, then again though, why would I do pattern? There's literally no pattern on that chair. It's like such a boring chair. So I feel like the only pattern would actually just be the wood grain. It's almost like a light grayish brown that I'm looking for, that I just desperately cannot find anything that's remotely making me feel okay about this room. Oh, well, that kind of, I guess it's not brown enough, but maybe this one. I feel like one of these worked a little better. Maybe I'll actually, oh God, no, it doesn't actually. Now that I think about it, it really doesn't. Like I see a little bit more of like a gray brownie, kind of brownie color on that cushion of the chair, but I cannot find anything that makes me feel like it's a bit similar to it. It's just so infuriating. Now, whatever, I'm just gonna go for this one because maybe this is the closest thing to it. We're not gonna go for pattern because this chair is too boring for pattern. This chair wouldn't allow pattern if it was held at gunpoint, honestly. This is such a boring chair, I'm not gonna lie. Disappointed with that one. Maybe I could do like a very serious desk. Like imagine you're coming into like a bank and the lady's like, you have an appointment. Are you sure you've got an appointment with us today, sir? I really don't think you do, but I'll check. Then you actually do have an appointment and she's like, she rolls her eyes. She's like, fine, you do have an appointment. Fine. Sit down. You know, Is there like maybe a matching chair to this? Like a matching, is it get together chair? Oh my God, there is a matching chair. Oh, so that's like the desk version of the sit down chair. Oh, bloody heck. Okay. Why do I feel like this is actually like a therapist office or this is some sort of like a insurance office. I feel like they're definitely taking clients at home, but it's just something really boring that they do. It's like, oh, you want insurance? I don't know. Can you get any insurance with me today? And maybe the computer would actually just be like this blocky, like old computer. Because that's what the vibe of the chair is giving me. Kind of like outdated, just a bit boring. And we could definitely use this lamp. I know it's like not really giving me the right color, but I think I'm okay with allowing this lamp in the lighter color, even though everything here is so dark. But it's just like, it gives me that like boring office feel, unless we also go for like, oh, that's a beautiful little singular candle. Oh, that in the middle of like a table. That's really pretty. Oh, I can't wait to use this in a different build, of course, because in this office, too fancy for this boring office. It also would be like one of those lamps too, where it's just like, oh, it's just a standard lamp. Where did I buy this? Oh, just in an office supply shop down the street. You know, nothing major. Maybe actually this one kind of works here. Or maybe they've got two lamps because they're like, God, this room is so dark. I need to get another lamp, and both lamps are doing like zero work. I feel like what we would also have here is like a really boring plant, or maybe like a succulent. It's like, oh, I barely have to water this thing because I don't like plants, but I wanted something nice to make my clients feel like they're being listened to and they feel comfortable in this space, even though I don't even feel comfortable in this space. So makes sense really, doesn't it? Yeah, we could have like this beautiful floating succulent. No. Okay, you know what? I'm not having the succulent because it doesn't want to go up there. I hate the fact that these like desks have horrendous snapping points usually. Why can't we just get like freer snapping points? I don't get why we can't. Like the sides of the table, nothing can be placed on those. Like I get the middle because a computer has to go there. But why can't we just have like multiple snapping points? Like why is it just a couple? I've really understood that. It's very interesting. Or maybe we could just have like stacks of books. Boo-hoo, boring books. Oh my God, we've got some magazines in the waiting area and we need like a boring little, like almost like glass table. You know, like those waiting table area, like tables, like this thing where it's like, oh my God, if you put your paper cup down too fast on this, it will actually break because it's just been there for so long. Yes. And like the magazines, I'm just like, yeah, you can read these outdated magazines while I make sure you actually have got this appointment. And it's going to take a while because you're not really in the system. What's your name again? You'd have some sort of a painting, but again, it would be like barely a landscape, you know, it would be like, or maybe like an actual really pretty green landscape. And then someone would be like, you went there on holidays? No, I would never. I hate holidays. I hate going on holidays. Sorry, that's really sad, but maybe something like this, just like a really boring old landscape. But then also I'm imagining like one of these here too. Like I think that actually works. And then also one of these like really old paintings, well, old pictures. So that would be like, oh, that's just my father on a boat 20 years ago. And then I took over the business and I really hate my job. I just had to take the business over because my dad told me to. And this is my dad. We've just got a picture of him here, of course. Oh, well, maybe we also need like some sort of a cert on the wall just to show that like maybe we know what we're doing. Like we kind of do, not really. Even though we don't want to do this, we're still doing it. Yeah, this is my cert from the college I finished years ago. You know, it's great. And this is my father in the middle there. That's perfect. Oh, definitely a bin. I wish we had like a shredder, but I feel like this bin definitely is giving me that kind of vibe. Look, as much as I am giving out about this chair like there's no tomorrow, I'm really having fun with this like stupid and silly storyline that, you know, maybe there's things like this that like, I'm not going to do this very often. More than likely not going to do it again. Sorry, the fact that they've closed all of the curtains because they couldn't focus otherwise. Like I need to get rid of all light. All light around the place needs to be dead. Maybe I'll actually put this light over here. Yeah, as much as I'm like really giving out about this challenge and about this particular room, I'm like, it is really fun. And every once in a while being forced to do something that you might not necessarily like is just hilarious. Maybe he's got like one plant just here and it's kind of one that like is in those like rocks. So like it's like a succulent type, so we don't really have to water it too much. But then I also kind of wanted like a cactus here and I kind of wanted it near the waiting area so you get pricked every time. I don't know. I think that would be kind of funny if I just have like this like cactus here and then somebody would be like, ow, sorry, can I move your cactus out of the way? It's prickling me. And then I'll turn around from my desk and be like, no, it's my favorite cactus actually. I'm having way too much fun with this. I guess I do need a little bit of a rug. I'm thinking just very simple. There's actually one that I've got in my mind that almost has like a rectangular kind of really square shape. Where are you? Is it this thing? No, not that thing. I usually find it when I go into the green category, so maybe it'll be easier if I just do that. Yeah, this thing. Oh my god. Okay, so that's the original shape of this. Okay, fair enough. There isn't like a gray color. This would be perfect for my pattern challenge that I will definitely be doing. Oh my god, that actually looks really fun in here. But I'll be doing a pattern challenge soon, guys, so let me know what you think of that idea. But I liked the shape of this rug because it's like, it just looks really boring. No, it's not a boring shape, but like you know what I mean. I feel like we'd have this light, even though this is like a little bit too round feeling for me, but I feel like it's gonna work, guys. This is hilarious. I think the one last thing I'm gonna add is actually just a coffee cup, because I feel like, you know, the person's like, oh, I've been waiting in the waiting room for ages. Like, why were you taking so long? I had to have my coffee first, you know, like that kind of way. Oh, this is so funny. And in comparison to the rest of the house, it just literally makes no sense. I am gonna get inspired by a chair for the bathroom. I might not include this chair in the bathroom, and then I'm gonna just do the hallway off camera. Oh, but then again, if I'm not including the chair for the bathroom, maybe I should just do the same. Okay, look, I'm gonna spin more because I need a redemption chair. So the next chair we're gonna be using for the bathroom is chair number 9. I'm telling you, it's either the last number or the first number. Chair number 9 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, wait, this is the new kid chair. I feel like things are looking up, and this has also 9 swatches, and we're gonna use number 6, which is this dark brown. Okay, guys, I think I could actually redeem myself, even though this is still very much so like dark brown and like this metal chair, which would probably work in this room very well. But then we've also got a little bit of like a light wood. Oh, guys, okay. And do you know what? Because this is a small ottoman, I feel like I could actually keep this in the bathroom. I always talk about this, that like I don't really mind the idea of having a little chair inside a bathroom, especially like I sometimes have really warm showers, right? So imagine this. I'm like steaming myself in the shower to the point where sometimes I come out and our fire alarm goes off because there's so much steam around the house, because like when I open the window, it's just... anyways, whatever. So I feel like sometimes I get a little bit lightheaded because I really love the idea of having warm showers that, you know, I cook myself in the shower technically. So imagine if I had a little chair just so that I could sit down and really like, you know, just calm down for a minute. I think that it does make sense, and I kind of like that idea. I also really like this. Oh, this is a beautiful tile. We've also got like this thing, which also has like some kind of like nice brown features. And actually, the more I look at this flooring, the more I feel like this is working with this chair because of the actual shape. Like, look, this shape almost perfectly fits into this tile. Do you see that? So maybe I want to do this, but I definitely want to add a little bit of like a wooden tone here too. Oh, unless I add something like that. That's kind of nice. Kind of is, well, okay, it's not that great, but it's also kind of nice. I just feel like we need more kind of like darker colors on the walls. Just more brown, really. Yeah, like something actually similar to this. Oh, or this thing. Yeah, I think that's a little bit more simpler. And I kind of like the square look, even though it is kind of clashing with the floor. But because of the fact that these like little squares form where the little buttons are in the chair, maybe that makes sense. Oh, or maybe, sorry, maybe this shape is a bit better because it's more of like a rectangle and the chair is a rectangle. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, maybe we could also just add a little bit of like a wooden feeling here, like a light wood. Maybe even like this thing, just to like kind of symbolize the legs of the chair. But now that I think about it, this one maybe would also work here too, because this is like a metal and like there is metal legs on this. So I don't know. Sandra is really getting creative here. But then I'm thinking that we need to go for like metal faucets, or like metal, of course, metal faucets, but like black faucets. But it might be a little bit hard for us to get like a brown bath, black faucets. Yeah, I mean, there's that, but I don't really like that. I definitely want a bath though, just purely because of the actual shape. The actual shape of this ottoman just makes sense. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this one for the time being. Then for the shower, I will just do maybe black shower. Damn it, which now that I think about it, it just really doesn't work. I need a better bath. Okay, I'm trying to work with this place, and the more I'm working with it, the more I'm kind of starting to hate it, and I don't really know what it is. I'm trying trying to pick objects that are almost like rectangular or like ovally rectangular, whatever the heck this shape is, but also brown. But also then like, is there too much white in this space? Is there too many shapes? I have no idea, but I am kind of enjoying these kind of items working together. The items that I normally wouldn't really pick together. I mean, I do love this mirror. I do use this all the time. But I don't know, there's just like some kind of part about this that makes it a little bit more interesting. And it's still like, I feel like at this point, I have this narrative in my head of who lives here. And I love always hearing your guys' narratives too of what you like, who you think lives in this house, or why the heck is this house so weird. It's always fun like thinking about these random storylines. So I'm interested to see what you guys think of this one in particular. But I'm currently trying to decide on a painting to go above the bath. I would never ever have a painting above my bath. You know why? Because the moisture would probably kill it. But I think there's something so satisfying about The Sims and the reality of The Sims and us not really having to care that it's just really fun to be able to add stupid things. I mean, I feel like maybe people do have paintings in their bathrooms, and to that I say I'm extremely jealous. But maybe something like that kind of works here. Do we like this, guys? Or is this a bit weird? I really don't know what this room is at this point. But I am inspired, obviously, by this chair. And I think that's like the main thing. Like maybe the light that would work here the best would be like this one in a brown. Yes. Okay, there we go, guys. We are done our beautiful little bathroom. That's not centered. Lovely. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna do a very quick hallway. I love this chair, for instance, and it comes with such beautiful swatches. Or like even actually this chair. Oh, I was really hoping we'd land on like this blue chair or something like that. Of course, this one is one of my favorites. I love this thing. Even my Enchanted by Nature, I would have taken it. This new one, the swatches on this chair are fantastic. So there are just like so many beautiful different chairs that have like different qualities that I was hoping to step on. I mean, step on to roll for, but I didn't. I rolled for everything but those. So let me know if you'd like me to try maybe do this again where I pick my own chairs. I think I've done that with a painting challenge too, but nevertheless, let's spin for the last number that we're going to be using today, which is going to be, come on, give me something good. Will I do it 3 times? I won't look and I'll actually do 3 times just in case maybe it needs to be like reset. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Number 5. Oh, you've got to be joking me. No! Okay, I know for a fact none of my favorites are number 5. Okay, what's number 5 gonna be, guys? This is just over for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't. Like, I actually can't with this game. No! We can't do the same style chair. Okay, guys, I'm gonna give myself the creative freedom to just go again. I'm gonna do one more. 53 it is, because I'm not repeating my sitting room. 50, 51, 52, 53. Oh my god, another wicker chair. I can't. This game, sometimes I just want to press off on my computer and just walk away. Fine. I mean, I've randomized enough today, so that's it. There are 10 swatches of this wicker chair, and we're gonna get swatch number 2, which is just regular wooden. I can't with this game. Why? Like, wicker. We've already done wicker. Oh my god, we've done 2 pink rooms. Now we're gonna do 2 wicker rooms. We've got 2 dark rooms, and it almost wanted me to do another version of this room. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna also do the mirror challenge because I love mirrors in this game. So let me know what you think of that idea. Someone suggested that recently, and I was like, hey, this is really good. So I think I might do a mirror challenge too, and also I need to do the lamp one. But honestly, the chair one, a major disaster. Major flop, dare I say. I'm kind of sensing this like warm wood. You know those like little strips that obviously hold the wicker together? Maybe those are those little strips. No, I don't like those actually. No, that just looks like a log cabin. Ooh, wait, those are the strips I think I'm looking for. They kind of look a little bit more wickery as well. Or else we could just, you know, combine them with some of this too. I'll never say no to that pattern. Oh, or this thing actually. You know what? I think I might just go for this. And it is kind of tying into my like eco room. Also, the main part of the chair, which is the sitting part, is also white. So I guess that makes sense. And I'm going to pick a really nice little accent table for here. So what are we thinking? I mean, actually, I could probably fit this chair like here. You know what? Maybe I will actually fit this chair here because I could also add an accent table like here instead. I could move this door over. Oh my god, I'm spinning around the world. Okay, well, let's just get this chair still here for inspiration so that I can see what I'm doing. I mean, this is a nice little wicker thing. It's not really giving me the vibes that I'm I'm looking for, but that's a nice little option. We could actually put that next to you over here. Maybe we'll see. Another option that I'm thinking about is this. But I don't think any of the colors are really going to talk to me here. They're not really speaking to me. But then again, there is wicker baskets inside those. Or else we actually just go for like this island living one to kind of match that idea of like wooden stylized island living vibes. I mean, that would be probably the easiest thing to do. Actually, you know what? That island living thing actually works really nicely with the eco lifestyle wall. So maybe I'm not too upset at that. I like the idea of like either a painting or some sort of like a decoration, like a kind of a wooden wicker wall decoration, which I feel like I've already done. Already done that in the other room, so I can't do that here because, you know, we're obviously obsessed with wicker. Wait, what about like these things actually? Like something like that, or ooh, this like wooden design. Wait, this thing, that's really pretty. Can I scale it down a tad? Oh, I like this because it almost has like the light and the dark wood, and I don't think I've ever used that before, so that could be a fun option. Guys, I'm fine. I'm fine. We have to preface that. I'm fine, guys. Everything's fine. Look, it makes sense to have a chair because you want to put your shoes on, and how are you going to put your shoes on if you don't have anywhere to sit down, actually? So it makes sense. Maybe this actually, the wooden vibes of this work here really nicely too, and we could go for like a really fun mirror. Well, I did try to use that in the other room, so maybe we could actually use that here, and then also do like maybe one of these lights because that also has some nice patterns on it. Yeah, guys, the worst. We've definitely seen me do worse things, but whether this is still good, no, I don't think so. But I mean, I wanted to do the hallway, so here I bloody have it. So again, we're gonna go for wicker vibes, aren't we? Of course we are. But considering we've already used this one and the other wicker one, is there any other wicker options that I can use here? I guess I could use this thing because this one also, there's gonna be a swatch that could work. I guess that one kind of has like some warm wood as well as some lines on it. If it had like a brown, maybe actually this one is fine. It's still, I think, like a wicker design. If you really zoom into it, it does look like a texture. If you don't know what that texture is, it's like, I actually don't know what it is. I was gonna tell you like a fun thing like, oh, linen. No, it's obviously not linen, Sandra. Like, what the heck? Maybe we could use like these vegetables here just to symbolize prosperity. No, just to symbolize nature. Okay, guys, I'm giving up. I don't think this is working for me anymore. I kind of like this idea here too. Maybe we could add these little potted plants. I definitely want to bring more like natural. Oh my god, look how skinny those plants are because they're actually just like 2D images. Do you see them? Oh, I hate that. Oh, we could use this. Yes, so this is obviously from Island Living, so I think it's going to have really nice feelings here. It'll kind of like tie into the chair, but I feel like we also need like a coat rack or something just to even symbolize that this is a hallway. Okay guys, so I think I've completed this room. I mean, it's a bit of a messy one, but I kind of like it. I kind of like the ideas that we've got here. So we've got some wood, we've got some extra wicker baskets because I mean, I think I found all of the wicker items in this worldy game. Then I thought that maybe the laundry basket, even though there's no laundry here, but just ignore it, but it's like right next to the bedroom, so maybe we were taking it back from wherever we did our laundry. So then over here we've just got some extra kind of cluttery bits, some more wicker items. I found this like little wicker thing. I don't even know if that's wicker, but it's like branches, so it kind of reminds me of that. But yeah guys, that is our wicker room, and I mean, I'm kind of sick of doing wicker, and I'm sick of doing pink, and I'm sick of doing brown. So I think that still turned out like a pretty interesting build, so I'm very interested to see what you guys think. But let's do a quick little tour. Well guys, welcome on into my pretty basic bougie standard home inspired by these chairs on the outside. And honestly, I think the outside, I enjoyed doing the outside because it kind of looks like a regular house. I mean, a lot of people just paint their house gray, or they don't even paint it and it turns out gray. And as you come in, we've got this wicker area, which if you're looking at it this way, I actually love the vibes. I love the way it's feeling. It's really nice and natural, and like the textures are really pretty, and I also feel like it would smell really like woodeny or like wickery. I don't know if wicker smells. Anyways, and we've got this room, which I really love this room. I think there's something kind of interesting about this. I forgot that we did a skylight. Honestly, I kind of prefer the way skylights look more so from the outside of the house than the inside, so just ignore it. But I like how messy and crafty and makeshift and kind of like like temporary this feels. Like the fact that things are kind of just made. I love this room anyway. This was my favorite room. We started off strong and then everything went downhill. Then we've got this kitchen, which I think I'm just going to be quiet while I show you and say nothing because I have nothing to defend myself for this room. I'm so sorry. We've got this room, which again, looking at this scene, I like how busy it is. I like the fact that the textures are working, but something is not working desperately. So I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I'm not, I'm not hating this room. I think it's still a pretty interesting concept. Then we did another pink room because you just cannot have enough pink. And we went all out with this room pretty because that chair is just pink. Like, I'm sorry, there's just nothing to it. It's just pink and wood. So we've got some wood, we've got some pinks, and then we went with the storyline of knitting because that looks like a lovely knitting chair. So that's why we've got some like soft fabrics maybe that looks like it was knitted, I don't know, knitted vibes all around. I love that pink corner and like that leaf design. Beautiful. But they're obsessed with knitting. Anyways, then we've got a really boring job. So, everyone has to make money some way, and we are a really boring like lawyer, I want to say, or actually don't know what we do. So let me know what you think, like where you think this office is. But guys, something about just this like really boring room is like so satisfying. The way like I love doing my green plants and my colored-y like light woods and stuff. But this, even though it's just so plain and so serious, the storyline is so strong that I love it. Like, I mean, that looks like a waiting room over there with the magazines, and I love the prickly cactus. I don't know, I love it. I think even though this room was so boring, I want to give that a 10 out of 10 from myself. Anyways, and then we've got our last room, which was the bathroom, which I don't mind this bathroom. Again, there's something kind of not working here, but that's because I was kind of trying to use items that I think would work. So the way like these faucets are black? Well, I was inspired by those kind of like black legs, and the same thing with here. Same thing with the shower. And then we've got some like light light-ish wood. I don't know. I guess the shapes is also what I was trying to imagine working here. Like the mirror, that lamp, that kind of rectangle rounded shape. But anyways, guys, that is your bathroom. So overall, would I say this is a bad build? I guess it's not. I had fun, but I just cannot believe how much this random number generator actually screwed me over because I just kept getting the same kind of stuff over and over. So let me know if you would like me to try this again. I would 100% be interested in doing that, but picking out my own chairs. Like, I'll pick my favorite chairs. We will still randomize the colors and we'll still randomize where I'm going to put those chairs. But I think I need to do this again because I don't feel like I've scratched the itch enough. So let me know what you think. Nevertheless, if you are new here and if you have enjoyed, don't forget to let me know down in the comments, and of course subscribe, as that does make my day. Let me know any other suggestions of other things that could get inspired in The Sims. This is one of my favorite, like every room is a different thing challenges. So I definitely want to do more of those. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.